All right, Maximus Analysis here for March 3rd, 2016, and we are right up against prior support. You can see it marked clearly on this on this chart, and right now it's just continuing to follow through. We want to see what is going to happen at these levels. Again, a hold of this 1965 level will be critical, and we want to see what happens on the pullbacks. So every pullback so far has been pretty tidy from this low. Small one here, up. This one's a little scary because it came all the way back up, but continued just 1, 2, and continued to the upside. Similar to something like this, 1, 2, 1, 2. So right now we're into resistance, and we'll see what happens. Again, and that's pretty much it. I say again, use aggressive. Try to use aggressive time frames to get in and out of these trades. So also what you want to do, and I'm kind of leery on doing this because Elliott wave can be really something that we have people that we call Elliott wave analysts because they start counting everything as a wave versus just kind of looking at things. So even if you can see a wave pattern coming up, okay, just 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5 here, and again, there's going to be people that are going to dispute this, and I don't care. I just try my best not to become overly measuring too much into Elliott wave. But again, we're almost at the 5th wave. If you see what I just pointed out, 1, 2, let me say 3, I would say 3, 4, 5. Hit the top of the 2nd wave, okay, and 5. And then you'll see what the correction looks like. Or you might say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and now we're starting a new leg up. But sometimes it's good to look at that lower time frame to give you some perspective on where you want to go. And because there's a lot of people that want to get long now, and a lot of things are looking good for some continuation. I am looking at this weekly chart, and unless we have something really bad tomorrow, this volume is very decent going into the last day against resistance gate. Also something to think about, I know you probably heard a lot about the 3-day rule, which is don't go long after the 3rd day. So you can imagine this is a a daily chart, and you would say I'm not going to go long here, and that's kind of justifying that. Then it's okay to be a little late to the party. Just use some intraday action to get in or wait for some type of pullback. Now it feels like, again, Twitter and the social media universe is everybody's called the bottom except for you. That's not the case. So don't even fret about it. The NQ want to hold that 42.90 area, and you can see they just had a small little less volume here. So a pop above these previous highs, and they could get a squeeze from here if there's some shorts still from there, or we could continue and see if we could get to that 200-day moving average. The YM, again, we want to just hold this 16,925 area, and the target would be, or a critical level would be actually that 17,000 to 1695 areas. Sorry about that, 1625 area. Just want to see a hold again of this 1650, 16,600 level as well. Crude, a lot of intraday movement, but ended up the day it's an indecision day. So again, it was sideways. Now we're coming up against here, and intraday there's a lot of movement, but today I'll give you an example just to show you how much movement was today. Indecision bar, but look at all that movement. So again, that's just crude being crude. So you have Apple. Again, Apple is holding, and it actually looks a little bit better. And what I'm looking at is the weekly. It's showing a little bit of strength right now. Again, I want to see this volume go up. I don't want to see them fade below this 90. This 98.50 area going into tomorrow, because then it would just be a small bear flag for more continuation. And of course, next week we want to see how, and if they do break the previous lows on the weekly, how they are going to respond. So right now we'll just continue to look at it. And again, that 99.50 area is your current level of support. You have Google. Google really didn't join the party much today. It actually needs to hold the 728.90 area. right now, because again, this is just a pattern that is, I mean, it's gone up from the original buy signal over here, but it's just been a painful, as much as the market's up, the leader, one of the previous leaders really isn't showing much oomph, if you want to call it that. We have Netflix. Again, Netflix is in this band of resistance currently, and when we look at the weekly time frame, we don't want to see them pull back and break this previous low next week, because this would just be it getting into previous resistance, and this would be the sell signal breaking above this 93. So just be aware of that, and the volume wasn't really that much. So again, we're just going to treat these each individually and make sure we're looking at everything holistically. You have the price line. And price line right now, you would see a little bit of resistance at that 1308 area. And if it breaks above that, then we can see, but you can see the volume is really tapering off. Let's also, the weekly for this one is really hard because of the gap up, but it looks okay. I mean, with such a strong weekly bar, I wouldn't be shorting this. I would let the weekly give me a little bit more than trying to step in front of that weekly, buying action. And I think that's pretty much it. Again, we'll look at the ES and we can see that we're at pretty decent levels. And even if you go on the monthly, you can see that there's a ton of, matter of fact, let me go to the continuous contract, not the H contract. You can see that they're holding these levels that we talked about and holding these wicks. So right now, I mean, it's really low volume, but this is the first up volume. So again, we would want to see next week give us some more volume to the upside. And this is the continuous contract. Let me see if the H contract no, it's actually the same type of volume. So that's kind of interesting how anemic the volume is. But again, this week is not over. And let's look at price as well. And you could say that at the end of the day, the bulls are in control for now. Again, they're bucking up against previous resistance points, and we'll just keep eyeing this thing, but they look good so far. And this would actually be in the candlestick world morning star. So we want to see them continue and get up to this 2000, and then they could go to break for new highs, which I think I had some resistance would be around this 2020 area. But if they get above that, it looks like they can really move that. But we'll see. Again, it's been that type of market that, again, on the monthly and weeklies, it's been looking clear as day, but on the daily, it's been, you better get in a smaller time frame so that you can really take advantage of these moves. So take care, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Again, option expiration, so it's always a fun time. Take care.